Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. Look what I have. I have a rainbow flag fabric panel that I am going to chop up into squares. And yes, I know some of you hate that I do that, but it's okay, you'll survive. I just love the intricate designs in these stripes, and I think cutting that into squares will look really, really cool. I have choices. I could do 2-inch squares and each one would mainly be like one of the colors, but they're not all exactly the same tallness of stripes, so it would get mixed up. So I'm going to pick something kind of in between. I just need to get my ruler out and do some measuring. And I also have the stars to deal with. Those could also be cut into whatever size squares and just added in, or I might just cut that and leave it separate. What I will be doing is what I cut will go on eBay as a penny auction, meaning the bidding will start at 1 penny with free shipping, and that will start and be up at the end of this video. My eBay store is Darlene Michaud, or there is a link in the description of this video, and also on my blog at darlenemichaud.com. So you should be able to find my eBay link, and I will have those squares up. I also have these panels, but right now they're just for my exclusive shoppers at the $10 level. They are in the bulk sale, what I call the bulk sale, for $12. When they move over to the flash sale in a few days, they will be $15. Then a few days after that, they will be moved over to eBay at $18. The only way you can order these if you are outside of the USA is to wait until they make it, if they make it, to eBay, and you have to pay the shipping. If you're in the USA, the shipping is free. Let's get started, okay? I think I'm going to sit down and think about exactly how I want to cut this. I'm going to measure this for you, just so you know. The actual flag is about 41 inches this way, and that's not including all the nice white seam allowance around it, the border, and 21 inches this way. It's considered a 24-inch panel, even though they're usually 23. Yeah, 23 and a half. And I discovered that I think 3-inch squares is going to be my best bet, which is what I just did in the last panel, farm stand. That's what it was called. But that's going to work out the best with the size of the stripes and things. So that's what we're going with. I will be cutting this out and probably just putting that separate in the auctions. So if you bid on the auction, you're going to be bidding on all the squares that I cut, and you'll be getting this guy. You can do whatever you want with that guy. So let me get started. I am going to fold this with the print side up so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to start cutting on this end, and I'm going to cut until I get like right up to here. This is 27 inches this way, so I should be able to get 9 squares going this way. And then I will figure out what I'm going to do to just try to save this as much as possible. Obviously it'll be cut like all the way to here, and then at that point I can cut this off, and then I have room for some 3-inch squares down here. So let's do that, okay? That seems to be the plan. Just gonna fold this like this. Now, what's wonderful about these stripes is they are wonky, so nothing has to be perfect. I do want to make sure that I can get my full 27 inches cut. So let's see. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut some 3-inch strips, and I'm cutting right here because I measured and that's where I should cut. And I need my long ruler. Now I am going to do this and cut this off. And I've got some wiggle room here. I've got like 9 3/4 inches here. So all I need is 9. So I will cut off some of the red and some of the orange. But first let's just take this off. This ended up being cut like almost at the X's. And I'm going to do the same here, but I want to do it straight. I'll include the selvage too, because look at his little hearts. So if you bid on eBay, I'll include the heart selvage. And you get this piece. You do whatever you want with this piece. Now I will cut my 3-inch strips on this guy. I will move to my shorter ruler. I'll include this whole piece of scrap in the auction. I've never done it like this. I'm putting them on top of each other, but down a little bit, just so I can see the prints. Yep, if I cut here, onto, it's going to give me 3 squares going across. There's certainly not as much variety in these like there was with the farm stand, see, because they're the same. But look, when you put them in the quilt, you could do them, you know, different ways, or whatever you use them for. So now I'm going to do the rest. This one is very fun. I like this one. If you hear a noise, it's because my freezer is making ice. And then these I think I have to open in order to make sure I get as many as I want in here. So let me just stack these. Let's get cozy. I want to show you what's going to be in the eBay auction for these squares. Obviously, the squares. I'm going to show them all to you in just a minute. I'll have a little slideshow at the end, so be sure you watch. You get the flag piece like this. It's about 13 wide by 11 inches tall. And I'm not trimming it because you can use this in your crumbs for your crumb quilting projects. And I actually have crumbs for you too. So you get this just as is. You get the selvage that I told you about. Again, look at the beautiful crumbs here. It's like a little strip set that you don't have to put together. And of course you have the hearts, and you can put those in any quilting project with the selvage. I like the fuzzy selvages. Some people don't, but I do. And then I was going to toss these from when I, trimmed around the strips, but no, I'm going to give these to you too for your crumb box. They're nice pieces, and there's a bunch of them. So use those any way you want. Now for the squares. Let me tell you how many you have, because I haven't added them up yet. You get 75 squares. I didn't realize it would be that many. Now these have 9 of each, and these 3 have 4 of each. So let me show you really quick. Now these look a lot like these, except these have a little bit of blue on the top, and the same as these. They have an almost match right here, but this one has purple on the top, and these are a close relative to these guys, green on the top or bottom, however you look at it. So you have 4 exactly like this. Well, I say exactly. Obviously there's some variances a little bit. And 4 like this. 4 like this. You have 9 like this. I'm trying to figure out how to do this not crooked. And 9 like this. 9 like this. Let's go here. 9 like that. 9 like that. 9 like that. And you can tell I didn't do a good job of pressing the fold on the flag. And 9 like that. Slideshow coming up, but I want to mention, somebody left me a comment saying that cutting up a panel was a waste of a panel because panels are expensive. Fabric is expensive, and we have no problem cutting that up into whatever we want. A panel is just fabric printed with a design. Just because the design is pretty to begin with doesn't mean we can't cut it up into squares, and it is certainly not a waste. I understand what that person was saying, like a waste in the design of the panel, but maybe we don't like the design of a panel and you don't know what to do with it. You cut it up into pieces. But it doesn't matter. It's not a waste of anything. And in this case, whoever gets this, it's not a waste at all because I'm giving you this shit too. I'm giving you every little bit of it. There's really nothing else left. There was a couple of little tiny shreds, and that's it. So, calm down, people. You have the right to, how come I can't see what I'm doing here? You have the right to take fabric and cut it. You do. You can cut it. Doesn't matter what it starts out as. I don't care if it's a shirt. You can cut it up and use the fabric any way you want. So once again, at the time that I upload this video, this will be on eBay as a penny auction. Free shipping means it starts at a penny. Free shipping for the USA. Outside of the USA must pay the shipping. Check the shipping charges first so you don't have a heart attack when eBay charges you if you buy it. The panels are currently only available at the time of this upload to my bulk savers. They pay $10 a month to be in my fabric club. And they'll have the opportunity to buy the panels for like 3 days, and then it will go to my flash sale people who pay $5 per month. But the panel, instead of $12 for the bulk savers, it'll be $15 for the flash sailors. And then after 3 days, it'll go to eBay, and eBay, you will be paying $18, but you can get it shipped outside the USA if you want. My exclusive shoppers, I cannot ship outside the USA. Slideshow coming up. Stick around to watch it, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye.